Good evening, everybody. I'm going to speak about data in the public transport in smart cities, I guess. The planning and the management of public transport system is a super crucial issue for cities and basically for urban decision makers. The key factor for providing a successful public transport system is the knowledge about passengers' behavior. Traditionally, this knowledge has been collected through mobility surveys, which provides where do passengers get on a train or a bus, where do they get off, which transfers do they do. But due to their costs, these surveys have to be done only for concrete periods of time. So, in order to make them reliable enough, these surveys have to be done in months in which there are no special days. And when we speak about special days, we basically mean holidays. But at the end of the year, we see that it's plenty of holidays and festivities. So it's very hard to really find a period in which these surveys can really be made in a reliable way. Besides that, the reality is that it's not only a matter of holidays or festivities. There are many other factors that can really affect passengers' behavior, which is changes in the weather, car crashes in the road that collapse the road, technical incidents in the network system, any other events, marathons, fairs, whatever, that can really affect the normal passengers' behavior. So at the end, what happens is that the public transport is designed for those supposed regular days that we have already seen that they don't even exist, while demand fluctuates much more, giving for some periods a public transport which is oversized with its corresponding overcosts, both in terms of economics and environmental issues, and other times the offering is undersized, generating queues, agglomerations, and basically passengers' anger. If we could have information of passengers' behavior, not only for a concrete period of time, but for the whole year, we could understand much better which are the factors that can really affect their behavior. And we could basically identify patterns of behavior, and we could basically offer a much more efficient public transport system. The good news is that this data is already available. Today, we can have continuously updated data about passengers' behavior. And how is it done? This in Counterest, we combine two technologies. From the one hand, we follow the Wi-Fi from the smartphones. So each smartphone has its own MAC address, which is completely anonymous, of course, and which is unique. So when we identify a new MAC address, let's say entering a bus, we start tracking it until we lose it. So this way we can identify the origin and the destination of passengers. On the other side, we use this video. It's not working properly, but I tried to explain our technology. We use 3D sensors that provide us a volumetric image, and our software is capable of recognizing human shapes. So using these sensors, we know at any moment how many people is there inside any vehicle. Our sensors look like that, and they can remain inside the vehicle as long as it's needed. So here, the main novelty is not the indicators we provide, but how often we provide these indicators. We basically provide them continuously, not only for a concrete period of time. And here's the new thing. Which kind of data can we provide to operators and to urban planners? We basically know we can basically determine the passenger's profile. For instance, if we discover that a MAC address is using a bus, for instance, on a daily basis, we can determine that this guy is using the public transport to go to work. We can also identify the origin and the destination of passenger trips. So this information, it's not seen very clear here, but this matrix about the origin and the destination is a super key indicator for urban planners in order to identify and to plan new routes. We can also know for any moment how many people was there in a vehicle, in a train, in a bus, wherever. Until now, the ticketing gave us a lot of useful information, but we never knew at which stops did passengers got off the train or the bus. Now we already have this information. And why is this all data used for? Basically, the main objective is to match better the supply with the demand and to provide a much more flexible public transport system. Following this approach, the London Underground is using our technology to monitor passengers' behavior inside the subway. And they are using this data to build a predictive model about the demand. So their main objective is to stop providing the service following fixed scheduling, but matching the service with real demand, with real predicted demand. As I already said, here the main novelty is the amount of data that we provide. So basically, the more data we provide, the less price increases, which is basically the opposite of what happens with mobility service. Approximately a 4-week mobility survey is more expensive than equipping a bus with an automated people counter solution. But despite all these advantages, we still see some kind of resilience from the transport sector and for urban planners. And why is that? That's basically because they love data, of course, they love cutting costs, but they are still not 100% prepared to deal with such amount of data. So here comes the next challenge. It's not only a matter of providing them with data, but we, or you, have to help operators and urban planners to help them to deal with this new amount of data. And this is something nice at the same time, because on the one hand, it's true, some jobs are gonna to disappear. Do you imagine the clicker guy? It's probably, he's not gonna live for in the future, but some other jobs are being created, like data scientists and data analysts. And I think keeping this balance about destroying jobs, all jobs, and creating new jobs, I think it's the most important challenge that we have to face up in the upcoming weeks. And that's all. Thank you. And if you have any questions.